Hi, everyone. Hope y'all made it okay. We're going to go ahead and get started. Just want to check, can everybody hear okay? I got some response. Yes, looks like everybody can hear okay. So we're going to go ahead and get rolling. This is about our #1 homebuyer program in the entire Houston area. And you'll find out by the end of this presentation why we're #1, how it benefits you, and our entire goal in life is to help you become a homeowner. If you aren't one, if you are, or you have one to sell, you're moving up or down, we can help you with that too. So let's get started. About me, I'm a veteran of the U.S. Air Force. After I got out of the Air Force in the mid-90s, I became an IT manager. Went on from there to become an oil field engineer, which is a family business. At the same time I was doing that, because if those of you who are familiar with the oil field, you work 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, a month on, a month off, kind of like that. So I did my engineering, and when I wasn't engineering, I was doing investment homes and home flips and all that good stuff. There was a very, very big moment when I was doing my flip homes, when I realized, when I was hiring realtors to list the homes after I was finished fixing them up, that a lot of people would want to buy the homes, but they didn't know how to qualify them. They weren't connected with really good lenders. They didn't know first-time buyer programs. So as I learned these things, I realized that now I'm more knowledgeable than just about all the realtors I'm hiring to sell my home. So I started selling them myself without a realtor and began having a lot of success there. As time went on, I didn't want to do the oil field engineer anymore. For a lot of reasons, I wanted to go more into the retail part of real estate versus the investment side. And while I do still do a little bit of investment stuff, it's very little now. Our focus now is on helping first-time home buyers because there's a very lacking amount of expertise to help first-time home buyers, and we want to bridge that gap. We focus primarily on new construction homes. I'm certified as a new home specialist and residential construction certified because there's a lot of advantages to a new construction home for a first-time home buyer over existing homes. And we'll get into that a little bit more in the presentation. But now that's what drives us to be the absolute best at first-time home buyers with new construction homes. Not exclusively, but that's our specialty. So when I say there's a severe lack of industry experience for home buyers, and this is all home buyers, not just new construction, probably about 15% of the realtors do more than 80% of all the business. So basically what that means is about 85% of all realtors are part-time. They may only do 2 or 3 transactions a year. They don't have much experience. All they're going to do is show you homes and try and help you with a contract, but they really don't know much beyond that. At the end of the day, experience puts you in front of lots of different situations that you can learn from and helps you to better yourself. Ongoing training, the more transactions you do, the more issues you're faced with, the more loans you do, the more different lending type of situations you get faced with. So the more situations a realtor is faced with and has to work through and persist through and does work through, it helps them to grow. We as a team do over 100 transactions a year, and that's growing. That in the Houston area, we help over 100 first-time home buyer families per year. I personally do over 40 a year myself, so I'm not just leader of the pack. I'm out there in the field working on it, and very well maybe one of you works with me directly. When it comes to loan knowledge and special programs, and we'll get into loans a little bit more here in a little bit, and credit. At the end of the day, there's 3 things that are vital for a realtor to know inside and out to be able to help a home buyer and at an expert level. And that's all the loan knowledge, all the loan programs, lenders, interest rates, and all that are available. credit, because there's a lot of people out there whose credit may be just a little not good enough, or their credit may look worse than it is. There's just a lot of scenarios, and it takes an expert to really know how to take a credit situation and get to work on it and help somebody who everybody else turns away to actually work it out and be able to buy a home. We do that. And to understand debt to income ratios and what that means. And I'd say probably about 90% of all realtors have no idea how to figure this out. Is your income high enough to be able to purchase a home? That's the debt to income ratio. Basically, a lender is going to look at the income you make, how much debt you pay, what's the monthly cost of the home you want to buy, and how much of a percentage of that is using up your gross income. So if you make, say, for example, $5,000 a month, and your home payment plus your monthly debts equal $2,500 a month, then that means it's using 50% of your income. So in that case, your debt to income ratio would be 50%. But that's a key number. Different loans have different ratios they have to meet. And knowing that is a very, very big part of being able to help you and knowing what needs to be done as far as income and debts. So it's not just about credit. And then of those few remaining realtors, probably only about 2% of all realtors really understand new construction homes, can walk into a home and know everything about that home that's being built for you. We're those folks. How we get paid. So for you to hire us to help you with buying a home is absolutely free for you. That's a big misconception. Some builders even mislead people to believe that if they don't work with a realtor, they get a better deal. That realtors have to be paid by the buyer. None of that's true. The truth is, all funds, whether it's a resale home or a new construction home, are set aside with the expectation that they're going to have to pay the realtor from those funds when they bring the buyer. So for the buyer, it costs you absolutely no money to have a realtor. In fact, with us, it's quite the opposite. We'll save you money and help you, get you more incentives and get you less money out of pocket into a home than if you try and do it without a realtor. Or even if you try and do it with an experienced realtor, where basically they'll just be getting a paycheck, they'll answer a few of your questions, and they won't be able to do much beyond that because they just don't have the expertise and the knowledge. Now, this is a big caution because we have this a lot. So people see stuff we're running on Facebook. They'll call us up and they'll say, where are these homes located? I want to run by and see. We're very hesitant to give that out for this reason right here. With many builders, I say some, but with many, if you walk in without a realtor, the first thing they're going to ask you to do before they show you any homes, do anything with you, they're going to ask you to fill out, they call it a registration form. And on that form, it asks a bunch of questions. And a lot of times they're going to tell you they just need you to fill out the top where it just says name, phone number, and email. And they're going to tell you you just need to fill that out. But if you read down further on the form, it asks you if you have a realtor, and if so, who it is. If you fill out that top part of the form and don't put that you have a realtor, if you show up later on again with a realtor, they're going to say, oh, sorry, you didn't say you had one when you were here before. So if you want a realtor now, you have to pay for a realtor. So it's very, very, very important you work with us before you start looking at homes, and don't just walk in, find a home you like, and then give us a call, because in a lot of cases, not all, but in a lot of cases, they won't pay for you to have that assistance. They'll make you pay for it. And we're all about trying to get the best deal for you and not you paying for things. We want you to have all of this for free that we're laying out for you and not have to pay for it. So if you just follow that advice, check with us, call us, get with us before going in to look at homes, then you'll be in a much better position than if you go look at homes and then call us after the fact. There's two qualifications that matter most when it comes to buying a home. The first one is affordability. In most cases, you'll need $48,000 in annual income in order to be able to purchase a new home, or to purchase any home for that matter. The It could be higher. It depends on that debt to income ratio we discussed earlier. If you have a lot of debts, then you'll need higher income to offset those debts to meet that debt to income ratio. Now, when I say income of at least 48,000, that doesn't mean like a husband needs to make 48,000 and the wife needs to make 48,000. It needs to be a combined 48,000 of all borrowers. If you have no debts, we could probably do as low as the mid to low 40, but very few people have no debts. So that's why we throw that number 48,000 is kind of a safe starting number. If you find that you only make like 30,000 or something like that, then you will need a co-borrower or somebody to buy with you. It's just not going to be enough money, even if you have no debts. So that's a good benchmark right there to start. And then you need to be a citizen, have a green card or a permanent work visa. Sometimes we can work with DACA and ITIN, but those are going to have pretty high down payments associated with them most times. Not all times for the DACA, but the ITIN, you'll need at least a 10% down payment. So if you're buying a $200,000 home, you'll need at least $40,000 down payment to be able to buy from ITIN. So I just wanted to point that out, that we can do it, but it's just a much tougher road. But if you're a citizen, green card, or permanent work visa, all of those are fine to get all the standard loans. Now credit, if you're watching this and your credit's good, you just please hang in there for a few minutes, because this is one of the more important things for people who do need credit assistance that I want to be able to cover in just a little bit of detail here. So if you be patient with us, there's a lot of credit companies out there that do a very big disservice to people. They'll promise a lot of things but don't deliver. The ones that charge a monthly fee, say about $200 a month, there's some big name companies out there. They're going to fix your credit very, very slowly because they want that monthly payment to come in. As soon as you reach the scores you need, they know that monthly payment's going to stop, so they want to drag it out. They'll fix your credit, but they're going to do it very, very slow, 5-10 points a month, and just kind of drag it out as long as they can. We work with professionals, and we know a lot about credit ourselves by working with these professionals, that our target is to get your credit up properly and as fast as possible to be able to get you into a home. There's a lot of other problems if you try to fix credit yourself. There's a lot of misinformation out there. Things you might think are the right thing to do, a lot of times are the wrong thing to do, and vice versa. Things you might think are the wrong thing to do are really the right thing to do. And I give you two quick examples. And there's many, but these are the two that get people in trouble the most. The first one is somebody will pay off all their credit cards and then close the accounts thinking they're helping their credit. Where the truth is, when you pay off the credit card or pay it all the way down to zero balance, that does help your credit, and it helps it really well. But as soon as you close that account, it erases all the history you ever had of having that credit account, and your credit actually goes worse than it could have been no matter what else you would have done with that account. So it's important not to ever close a credit card account once it's open. You just want to get the balance down to $10 or so. The other is, a lot of times people go disputing everything in their credit, trying to get off of it everything that they can. And what happens is, when you dispute things on your credit, initially they come off because the credit companies, Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, they have to legally remove that while the dispute is taking place. So initially your credit takes a quick jump. Well, you might be thinking, oh, wow, so that's great. It took a quick jump. I can go buy a home now. But it's not that simple, because they in turn take all those disputes and they go to the companies that place those derogatories on the credit, and they're going to ask them if it's truthful or not. And then if they put supporting documentation back to the credit bureaus, and you find out that it really belongs there and it's legitimate, they're going to come back onto your credit as if it's a brand new derogatory. And brand new derogatories hurt your credit way, way, way more than some that have been on there 8 months, 9 months, a year. So when you do a dispute and something comes off and pops back on, you just damaged your credit way more than you helped it. very, very few things that actually belong on your credit will ever come off through a dispute. So if you look at your credit and you see there's stuff on there, it's legitimate, try and settle it, pay it, something like that is the way to go, not to try and dispute it. To try and dispute it is just going to prolong a bad credit score for a lot longer than you need to. So that's just two big examples of the things that can affect your credit in a negative way that you think you might be doing the right thing. We work with you to help you do it the right way the first time, get quick results, permanent results, and get into home. So we ask that instead of trying it on your own or going to some of these companies that have really no interest in helping you get into a home quickly, that's the wrong way to go. Trust us, research us online, Purple Shirt Realty. We help lots of people all the time, and this is the biggest thing we have to overcome with them is getting the credit on track, and we're very good at it. And it's just kind of doing the right things with credit is extremely important because that's the biggest, most important thing when it comes to buying a home is having that done right. The worst thing that can happen is you think you got it right, and you're trying to get your scores up a little higher, the home's being built, and all of a sudden you do something that damages your credit and you're about to move into your new home and you find out that you did something you thought was better, thought was good, that wasn't right, and your credit dropped and all of a sudden you can't buy your home. That happens to people when they don't talk to one of us about what's the right thing to do in a situation before doing it. So we know a lot about credit ourselves because of the professionals that we do work with, and we can answer a lot of your questions, but we also work with some of the best credit professionals in the industry. These credit professionals, their interest is in helping you get it done right, quickly, and in a situation that you can buy a home. There's a few of them. They're the best at what they do. And we highly, highly recommend them to all our clients if we can't answer the questions ourselves. And they're very, very low one-time fee between $200 to $500. And there's a way that we can cover that as well. We'll get into that a little bit later. The advantages of a new construction home, why most of our home buyers, we promote new construction homes for them and we help them buy new construction homes. First thing is they're not really much more expensive than an existing home. To have a brand new home that's only the existing home is 10 years or more older for about the same price, to me, I don't know why anybody would want an existing home. There's lower costs to buy a new home over an existing home. Those lower costs are that the builder and our team together can cover most of, if not all of your closing costs. When you buy an existing home, that seller who's selling that existing home, if you ask them to pay for some of your closing costs, you're asking them basically to take money out of their own pocket and give it to you, money that they would make from the sale at the closing, to give some of that back to you. And they're very reluctant to do it, especially if they have offers for their home from other people who are not asking for them to contribute closing costs. So for first-time home buyers, and in the price ranges we're looking at, mostly $280,000 and less, there's almost always more than one offer on those homes, and it's very, very hard to get closing costs for you. So it makes it a lot better for a new construction home. There's always better incentives when it comes to new construction homes. I give you for an example, one of the builders that we work with, they offer a complete smart home package in all their homes, and that's a standard feature, right? You go to an older home that was built before there was any smart home technology, that's things you'll have to add on, and you're going to have to, if you want them, you'll have to add on and things like that. Whereas the new construction homes come with that technology already, which brings us to the next point is new codes too. As things progress, as technology moves, we find that the technology in homes and the codes are always improving, better building materials. All of that is built into your new home, whereas an older home, all the old codes and old technology is grandfathered in. You're going to be getting a lot more, a lot tighter, a lot nicer, a better built home now as a new construction home than if you buy an older home. And they're much, much more energy efficient. For example, a home that was built about 10 years ago, 12 years ago, in the hottest part of the summer, you're probably looking at about $120 a month electric bill, whereas in the new construction homes, you're looking at $70 or less. Same size home, is just they're built more energy efficient, better insulation, better windows, better roofing technology, all of that in the new construction homes that you don't have in the older homes, even just 10 years ago. It's amazing the difference. And of course, the warranty and the peace of mind and knowing everything's new, everything's under warranty. The likelihood of anything breaking in your first 10 years is very, very low. So you just have that peace of mind that you're going to be able to live in your home for a while without having to worry about something going out. If you buy an existing home, even if it comes with a warranty, that still doesn't mean something can't go wrong. So things are coming close to the end of their lifespan anyway. So even if you have a warranty, you still got to go through the hassle of it breaking, calling a repair person out there. What do they cover? Is it going to be fixed? Is it going to be fixed right? On all of those kind of things. Where when everything's new with new construction, it's a much simpler process if something does go wrong to get it taken care of right and fast than it is on an older home. So this is who we are and what we do for you. Again, it's all free. So if you contact us to buy a new construction home or to buy your first home, or even if you want an existing home, our team knows the building process inside and out. Over 95% of what we do is help first-time home buyers to buy new construction homes. We work with all the builders across the entire city of Houston. We know what builders are better than others. We know what builders have certain incentives. We know their floor plans. When it comes to existing homes, you can go out to Zillow, Trulia, Har, all of these places and find any home you want at any given time. With new construction homes, maybe 10% ever make it out on the internet of their homes because there's just so many floor plans, so many builders, so many subdivisions that they can't put it all out there. And it's constantly changing. Every time they open a new section, they'll drop a couple floor plans, add a couple new ones, see how people like them, make switches on the next section. So it's always changing, but we stay up to date on all of that. So if you contact us and you tell us what you're looking for, we might be able to help you find something you could never, ever, ever find on the internet by searching yourself. Because we work with these builders and we're out there looking at their homes every week, several times a week, and we know what they're building, we know what prices they're building, what sizes they're building, and if they fit what you're looking for. We'll assist you with your credit as needed. Again, we work with the best credit professionals in the industry. We will, if you come to us and your credit needs work, you make enough income to buy a home, you meet all the other criteria, and we're going to work with you to get your credit to where it needs to be, whatever it takes, as long as you're willing to work with us and do your part and get your credit where it needs to be and get you into home. That's our bread and butter. We do it all the time. Most places just kick people to the curb and say, come back when your credit's better. Not us. We're going to help you fix it. We're going to help you work on it. There's a big difference between credit repair and credit assistance. Credit repair is if there's actually problems that are inaccurate on your credit report, that's repair. Credit assistance is where, look, everything's accurate. You just need help getting the scores up. That's credit assistance. We do both. Whatever we need to do, we'll work with you and get it done. We help you understand the buying process. If I told you right now, everything involved with buying a home from beginning to end, it would be overwhelming. We try to take it step by step. Because buying a home and building a home, the fastest speed it would ever go was 45 days. The longest it would go was probably about 6 months to 8 months, in that range. So there's plenty of time to just start with the first step, then the next step, then the next step. By doing that, it relieves all the stress, anxiety, that comes with most people buying a home, because we're not trying to overload you with 6 months worth of process all at one time. We'll educate you on what the process is, but we'll cover the details one step at a time as they come. You'll find that buying a home with us is actually very, very easy, and it flows very, very smoothly, and it'll seem like a simple process. And not everybody gets that experience when they're working with other realtors. They'll be stressed, anxiety, but with us, it's going to be a step-by-step process. It's going to be easy. It's going to be smooth. Next thing you know, you're moving into a home, you're excited, and you'll, just like you see on our Facebook and on our webpage, and also on our Google business page, all of these places, go look and see the people we've put into homes, their pictures, testimonials, videos, all that good stuff. You'll see what we're doing for people on a daily basis, and we hope that you'll be one of those as well. We will always represent your best interest, not the builder's best interest, not our own best interest. It's all about your best interest. The home that works for you, the process that works for you, the loan that works for you. We're not trying to get paid trying to force you into something you don't want or something that doesn't work for you. Our whole process is about helping you for what you want and need, what you qualify for, getting you the best that you qualify for, and knowing where that is and how to accomplish that. And so that when it's all said and done, we want a review where you say, wow, these guys really delivered on everything they said, and we're so excited to be in our new home. That's our end goal every time, from beginning to end, to get that from you. We'll show you properties that best fit the area, price, features you're looking for, including a lot that aren't made public. We can even assist you with the pros and cons of different areas, neighborhoods, houses, floor plans, builders, all that good stuff. We go into a lot of detail that many other realtors would never even think of going. And I give you one example, and that's which direction your house faces when you're choosing a home. A lot of people don't even think that that matters, but let's think of it like this. If you like to do a lot of cooking out back and you want a covered patio, and in the afternoons you want to do some grilling and all that kind of stuff, if you have a home that faces east, to where your back patio is in the west, facing west, every afternoon in the heat of the summer, whether your patio is covered or not, you're going to have direct sun on your patio because it faces west, where the sun's coming down every day. Little things like that make such a big, big difference. So that's just one of the many things we'll go over with you as we're helping you find the neighborhood, builder, lot, all of these things, to make sure that it's the right fit and you're considering all things while you're making your decisions. When you're ready, when you find the home and you're ready, we'll assist with the contract. Every builder has their own contract, and we're very familiar with all the builders, all their contracts. So it's not like with a resale where everybody uses the same contract that's put forth by the state of Texas. When it comes to new construction, every builder has their own contract. We're very familiar with them all, and we could go over any of them, any page on any of them at any given time, and know exactly what you got. And it's a standard contract, even though they each have their own contract, each builder, they use the same exact one for all their buyers. So it's easy for us to review it with you. The only pages that ever really change are the ones where they're filling in blanks, and we can go over everything with any contract with you and know exactly what you're looking at and what you're signing, and be able to answer any questions at any time. If you have a home that requires the design center, we'll make that appointment with you, provided COVID allows, but we can help you with pros and cons of different selections, which ones that we feel you're overpaying for and you can get a better deal after you buy the home, which ones hold their value better, which ones may not. We just give you all that advice when it comes to the design center. Some people prefer us not to go at all, and that we can do that too, because they just want to make all the decisions without us. But again, it's all about you. We're not trying to influence any decisions here. We're just trying to help you see all things that there are to consider. We'll make regular visits to your home during the construction to ensure that there isn't anything that needs to be addressed. Sometimes you might look at something and think there's a problem, but it's really part of the process and it's not a problem. Other times you may look at your home and think everything's fine, but because we know what to look at, we can spot something that may need to be addressed during the construction, and we'll communicate that with you and the builder as necessary as we make those visits. And if you want to do a visit and a walkthrough with us at any point of the construction, let us know. We'll put it on the calendar and we'll get out there with you and walk it with you. Anytime a builder schedules a meeting with you and you let us know about it, because they don't ever tell us, they only tell you, so we need you to tell us, we'll put it on our calendar and we'll make that meeting with you. The only time it's ever an issue is if builders schedule things where we got to try and be at two places at once. And when that happens, we'll try and walk it through with you at another time so that you'll already have walked it once with us at your convenience. And then when you meet with the builder, you can kind of have them address or answer questions that we uncovered when we did our walk. But we'll always make the meetings. We'll give you advice on inspections and inspector recommendations, third-party inspections. Even though it's a new construction home, we do still recommend a third-party inspection. They'll try and tell you 100 billion reasons why it's unnecessary, but it really is necessary. 1 or 2 times, either before your home's completed when you're buying it, or before the first year warranty is up. One of the two or both, we definitely recommend an inspection for those. We'll assist with all the walkthroughs of homes. We walk through a lot of homes. We know what we're looking at. We know what we're looking for, and we can spot a lot of things that most buyers just walk past and don't even notice. And we even many times bring our own blue tape and just to make sure the builder don't run out, because I've had them run out before. So I like to bring some myself as well. When it's all done, your home's good. We've done walkthroughs, inspections, all that good stuff. And it's time for our final walkthrough we do with the builder, and then we do closing. And if you like, pictures and congratulations and all that good stuff, pictures in front of your home, pictures at the title company with the key, all those good things. And that's kind of how we go from beginning to end, walking you through the buying of a home. And then it doesn't end there, but we consider you a friend for life. We'll keep in contact with you with new home communications and reminders. We'll remind you when it's 11 months, and if you want to have another inspection done before your 1-year part of your warranty is up. We'll communicate about filing for the homeowner's exemption. We'll explain more of that to you when you're working with us, and how that lowers your taxes. So we'll explain, we'll send out messages when it's time to file for that, help you if you need help filing it. So it's just an ongoing relationship where we're going to try and make sure you're taken care of, and your reminders of things, changing filters, the bleach in the AC drain line, just a lot of little things that'll help keep your home nice and functioning good, and just help your experience after you buy the home be as good as it was in the process to buy the home. So here's what we're offering. If you sign up for our Homebuyer program, and I'm gonna have Joanne put the link now on the screen where you go you'll fill out this form. It'll be a form that looks like this. Let me show you real quick. It'll be a form that looks just like this one. And you'll go there and you'll fill it out as much as you can, as thorough as you can. That answers a lot of questions that we would have to ask you verbally anyway. And when you do all of that, it's gonna help us already kind of hit the ground running when we speak to you on the phone. So anyway, if you go ahead and do that to this link, and if you do it within the next 30 minutes, what we're going to do is we're going to provide funding or reimbursement entirely towards the credit repair. If you do need credit repair, we may be able to help you for free, but if it does cost $200 to $500, we'll reimburse for that. Or we'll put $200 if you don't need any credit help, $250 towards closing costs. If we already got your closing costs taken care of, then we'll buy you like a ceiling fan, light fixture, or something like that. But we're going to give something to you of monetary value if you fill out the form within the next 30 minutes and help you get started on your way to buying a home. So that's it. I'm not the best public speaker. I'm not a public speaker at all. What I am is a professional realtor, owner of the best brokerage for first-time home buyers in the entire city of Houston. We pride ourselves on being the best. Builders know who we are. And the more research, and we actually encourage you to do the research on our brokerage, Purple Shirt Realty. Just do a search on Purple Shirt Realty, look at our reviews, look at our testimonials, videos, all that good stuff, and you'll find out why we're the go-to for first-time home buyers and new construction homes in the Houston area. So go ahead, click on that link, fill out the form, let us get to work helping you become a homeowner. It's what we love to do. We're passionate about it, and we're going to work tirelessly to help make it happen for you. So go ahead and fill out that form on that link that you see right there, and we'll be reaching out to you in no less than 48 hours. We look forward to talking to you. We look forward to meeting with you. We look forward to becoming your next family friend and many, many years of a really good relationship in your new home. So thanks so much, and we look forward to talking with you.